It's always great when you can talk about players in local footy who've had great careers, and the president of the Pines Football Club, Jeff Svigos, has had an outstanding career. Kicked 100 goals 2 years, but you didn't win the premiership, Jeff, but you did win a premiership. What was the better year, winning the premiership or kicking 100 goals in 2 years?
Definitely premierships anyway. Everyone who's got any brains would say that, yeah.
Well, tell us about the 2 years where you kicked over 100 goals. You're undefeated going into the grand final. What happened?
Yeah, look, we were pretty much a club that performed to our optimum every year, and we were a very young side. I think one of the learnings when looking back is you have to rise a little bit in finals. You can't just play the same brand of football. And yeah, look, they were hard years. They're hard to sort of look back and say they missed opportunities. But when you stretch it out over a 5-year period and to playing three premierships and 5 grand finals, you'd take that every time.
When are we talking? 15 years ago? 20 years ago?
Oh no,
Jeff?
Keep going. We're talking 70s through to early 80s. Yeah, we're talking a long time.
Because it is hard to have sustained success, even in local footy, isn't it? Even though there are some teams that do struggle. I mean, looking at the current competition, you've got a first division and second division, so the matches are a lot tighter. But to keep going, even when it is an uneven competition, is pretty tough. So you did very well to do that.
Yeah. Well, you're right at while you've got it. I think we had riches of talent right through the club. We had lots of kids, lots of Catholics on the estate, so we had lots of big families, so plenty of kids to pick from. And I think the estate itself, I think you had to have 3 kids, husband and wife and 3 kids to actually get a house down here.
Is that right?
Yeah, so big families.
Jeff, how important are sponsors to your football club, and how much of a challenge is it to get the sponsors?
Yeah, look, it is. We've got to give them full value. That's one of the things, and it's more than just turning up and seeing a game of football. We've got to give them a bit of return. So we've done some different things this year. I mean, one of the key events we've got is a black tie ball. Mornington Racecourse is hosting that, and we hope to get a whole heap of sponsors there and get them more involved in the club. We've been really lucky. We've had a lot of philanthropic response, particularly from past players. A lot of our sponsors, our major sponsor, Mark Dunsford, is a past player himself. And he helps with drive a lot of that sponsorship stuff because he's really connected to business. And the thing he's really pushes is got to give these guys a return on their investment. So if they're a sponsor of Pines, we buy from them. We make sure that we follow up and buy from them. So that's part of what we do.
As well as having good contacts, how do you get people on board and say to them, we're the football club that you need to invest with if you want to invest with a football club? Yeah,
no, it's a really good point, Dan. Look, if you do invest with Pines, you get very good profile down here. We have big crowds. We have very loyal following, and they go wherever we play. These guys go, and they have for years. And look, now with a bit of success, there's a lot more of the old guys coming back, and we got a lot of people who are ex-players who are successful in business, successful in a range of careers that give back. They actually give back to the club, and then when they all turn up in force, we're a good vocal mob. So it's a good club to be around. It's very buoyant, and it's a good family club. It's a very inclusive club.
And how hard is it to build relationships?
Oh, look, we're pretty much what you see is what you get. I think people who come to our club know that we're a pretty decent club. We're a good bunch of people. We're fun. We're very welcoming, and people do feel like this is a good place to be. So that's really the brand behind what we try and sell.
Is down to earth a good phrase for you?
Yeah, pretty much. There's no airs and graces here. We'll soon pick that. I mean, Mark doesn't drive his Porsche down here. We don't let him. He's got to come down to his 4-wheel drive.
Fair enough. Now, obviously, it's great that all the sponsors are on board. It's important you keep winning football matches, and may you keep doing that. And again, thanks for having us on.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Gameface.
Get your game face on.